Chapter 12 Why Classification. Today we shall learn about 2 kingdom classification, then 5 kingdom classification, and finally we shall learn about virus. The first classification is 2 kingdom classification. We already studied that there are different varieties of organisms are there on this earth, which include animals and plants. So we need to group them, or we need to separate or classify them into different groups. Then only we will be able to make studies on this particular organisms easily. So for that, the scientist Carl Linnaeus classified the organisms into 2 groups. So he classified on the basis of nutrition and mobility. So based on nutrition and mobility. Nutrition means food habit and mobility means movement. So based on these 2 characters, Carl Linnaeus classified the organisms into 2 kingdoms. The first one is kingdom Animalia and kingdom Plantae. So this kingdom Animalia includes all animals in this world, and kingdom Plantae include all plants in this world. But after many studies, scientists have found that this is not a proper method of classification, which means they found that the 2 kingdom classification is not a proper method of classification. It is because there are some organisms which have both the characters of animals and plants. So they are not able to be included in the group of animals and also in the group of plants. There should be a separate group for those organisms. So all those organisms were excluded from the kingdom Animalia and kingdom Plantae. So it is not a proper way to exclude some organisms from the grouping system. So based on these studies, Robert H. Whittaker classified the organisms into 5 groups, or 5 kingdom classification was proposed by Robert H. Whittaker. So R.H. Whittaker classified the organisms into 5 groups. So here you can see the 5 groups. It includes kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. So these are the 5 groups or 5 kingdom classification. So in kingdom Monera, it includes all bacteria. These are the unicellular organisms without a nucleus. And in second group, that is kingdom Protista, include all organisms such as amoeba. For example, amoeba, the organisms like amoeba, they are unicellular organisms with nucleus. In Monera, they are the organisms without nucleus, but in kingdom Protista, it includes unicellular organisms with nucleus. For example, amoeba. And then in the next group, that is kingdom Fungi, include just like for example mushrooms. And what is the speciality of the organisms which is included in the group kingdom Fungi? They are non-motile, which means they are not able to move. And the second property or peculiarity is that they are heterotrophic organisms. Heterotrophic means they are not preparing food by themselves, but they are depending on some other organisms for their food. Then one another speciality is that they include both unicellular and multicellular organisms. Then the next group is kingdom Plantae. So here he included all other plants. And the main peculiarity or properties of those organisms which are included in kingdom Plantae are they are autotrophs. Autotrophs means they prepare food by themselves. And the second property is that they are non-motile, which means they are not able to move, and also they are multicellular organisms. And the last group or the 5th group is kingdom Animalia, which include animals with multi-cells, which means multicellular organisms, and they are able to move. which means the organisms which are able to move from one place to another. That is, locomotion is possible. And also they are heterotrophic. Heterotrophic means they are depending on other organisms for the food. So based on all these characters, R.H. Whittaker or Robert H. Whittaker classified the organisms into 5 groups. After 5 kingdom classification, scientists make studies again and again on the basis of microorganisms, and finally they found that the Archaebacteria, which is included in the kingdom Monera, is different from other bacteria. So again, the 6th kingdom classification was proposed, and in 6th kingdom classification, a separate group is given for Archaebacteria. So one more group is added to the 5 kingdom classification, that is kingdom Archaea. So kingdom Bacteria, kingdom Archaea, then kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. So these are the 6 groups in 6th kingdom classification. Finally, we shall learn about virus. So while talking about virus, we know that it is very dangerous. Even we are now attending the online classes, it's only because of dangerous virus, and that is coronavirus. Not only coronavirus, many other dangerous viruses are there in our surroundings. Ebola virus. We all are familiar with all these viruses. But not only these viruses, there are numerous number of dangerous viruses are there. Then, why it is very dangerous? We know that it is very difficult to destroy the virus. That is the reason why for 2 years we are still struggling with coronavirus, and we are not able to destroy it completely till now. After 2 years, we are still struggling with coronavirus. So now we understood that viruses are very dangerous. So why it is very dangerous? It's because when the viruses enters into our body, it uses the materials inside our cell for its growth and multiplication. So when a virus enters into our body, it uses the materials inside our cell for its growth and for its multiplication. So when it uses the materials inside our cell, that particular cell will get destroyed. And after that, they will move on to another cell and destroy it. So if all of our cells destroys, what will happen? We will die. And the another speciality of this virus is that the virus can live, or they are active only inside a live cell, and it is not at all active outside the cell. Then while talking about the structure of virus, we can see that the virus is not having a cell. Virus does not have a cell, which means it is acellular, and there is only a protein coat. The virus have only a protein coat. This is not a cell, but they have a protein covering, and inside this protein covering there will be genetic material. So what is the structure of a virus? How it looks like? It is acellular, which means virus does not have a cell, but instead of that they have only a protein covering, and inside the protein covering there will be the genetic material. So this is the protein covering, and this is the genetic material. So these are the specialities of virus. So I hope now you understood that these viruses are very dangerous. So today we discussed about binomial nomenclature, then we discussed about 2 kingdom classification, and after that we learned about 5 kingdom classification, and then about 6 kingdom classification, and finally we discussed about virus.